여러분 안녕하세요. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Korean Fluency Journey. 여러분, as you remember, we talked about negative sentences in our previous videos, right? So about a particle an and 지 않아요. So in today's video, we continue talking about the making negative sentences in Korean, and today's topic is negative negation with 못. So we have the particle 못, right? So let's get started. So first of all, let's talk about what 못 is. 못 is also like a particle as un used to make negative sentences in Korean. So this is also kind of negative sentence, negative particle. So however, when we use 못, we mean that someone is not able to do something or perform an action because of some external situations, circumstances, or reasons. And that's why you can translate it into English like can't do something. So in an, it's more of a person's intention not to do something. So I don't want to do something. I don't feel like doing something. So in that case, you can use an. But if you cannot do something because of someone or because of something, if there is a reason for that, then you should use 못. I notice also Korean learners that they beginners, also intermediate learners, when they theoretically they know how to use 못 and an, but actually when it comes to speaking or like using them in sentences, I notice still that some people are confusing 못 with an. So there are situations where you should use 못, okay, and the meaning changes when you use an. So, and one more thing about 못, it's used only with verbs. It can also be used with adjectives, but it has a little different form, which we are going to cover in the future videos. So let's focus on the usage of 못 with verbs in today's video, okay? So yeah, 못 is like an un used in negative sentence, and it means like can't. Someone unable to do something. Unable, enable, yeah. So now let's look at how it is formed. So I said that we use it with verbs. So let's look at the structure. So 못 plus verb. So you have the 못 plus 하다 and becomes 못 하다 or 못해요, right? You can use in the present tense, in the past tense, and in future as well. Next one is 못 and plus 보다, right? We have a verb and 못 보다, 못 보다. You can also say 못 봐요. So I can't see or I can't do, 못해요. Next one is 못 and 먹다. So to eat, right? To have something, to have a meal, right? And you can say 못 먹다, 못 먹다, 못 먹어요, which means I can't eat it, I can't have it because let's say I have a food allergy or I can't something like because of something, right? So kind of, or I can't eat. 저 고기를 못 먹어요. Or 땅콩을 못 먹어요. Peanut. I cannot eat peanut because I have an allergy. So in that case, you should use 못. Next one is 못 and plus 쓰다. 못 쓰다, which is I cannot write or I cannot use. As you know, 쓰다 means two different meanings, to use something and to write something. Okay, so you can say 못 써요, I can't write, or or maybe because I don't have a pen, I can't write, or I cannot use this computer because it's broken, right? There is a reason for that. It's not because you don't want to use it. Computer is okay, but you don't want to use it. In that case, you can say 안 써요. Computer 안 써요. Maybe I don't need the computer, or maybe I don't want to use this, like this computer, right? So in that case, just use an. And yeah, as I already mentioned, you can use 못 with past and future tenses as well. So 못했어요, I couldn't do it. 못 봤어요, I couldn't watch it. So 못 먹었어요, I couldn't eat it or I couldn't have it. Or 못 쓸 거예요, I will not be able to use it. I will not be able to write. I can't write, right? So 못했어요. Maybe let's say I couldn't do my homework because I was busy or because I was sick, right? So this is also a reason that you have. That's why you should say 못했어요. 숙제를 못했어요 because you were sick. You have a, how to say, valid reason for not being able to do the homework, right? So this is how you use 못 with verbs. Okay? But there's one thing that you should keep in mind is that, as you already know, with an and verbs hada, right? So if you have a verb with hada ending, right? So we put an in the middle, right? So the same thing you should do with 못. You should put in the middle. So 안 공부하다. We didn't say like that, right? We said 공부 안 해요, right? The same thing works for 못하다. 공부 못하다. As you can see, let me change the color. 못 is in the middle, right? So you can't say 못 공부해요. This is totally wrong. You should say 공부 못해요. Okay? 사랑하다. 사랑하다. 사랑, yeah, as you say, this is the 못 here. So 사랑 못하다 or 사랑 못해요. I can't love, I can't like, right? 지원하다, 지원하다. So it is also a verb ending with 하다. So you need to divide into three parts, like 지원 못하다, 지원 못해요, 지원 못해요, right? So always be careful with hada verbs. There are some adjectives ending with hada, but in order to check whether that particular word is a adverb, is an adjective or a verb, hada, you should always check in the dictionary. If it says that it's an adjective, then it's an adjective. Like, I mean, when you translate it into English, right? Or when it says, when it's translated as a verb into English or into other languages, then it's a verb. So you should use it like 못해요, 공부 못해요, 사랑 못해요, and 지원 못해요. Okay? So yeah, that's it with 못. So as you can see, it's very simple, not as hard as like on or other topics, grammar topics in Korean. So now you know how to express, how to say negative sentence in Korean with an and 못. You know the difference now, right? So I hope you will use it in your conversation, in your speaking properly, or you can also notice, pay attention to how other people, native speakers of Korean use in their speech. So yeah, if you feel like you don't want to do something, you don't have intention to do something, you use it with 안 해요, 안 해요, 안 먹어요, 안 봐요, right? But if you want to say that you cannot do something because of some sort of reasons, right? External, that's beyond my control, our control, you use it with 못하다. Okay, there are also some like nuances of using 못 and 안 actually, but we are not going dive too deep into that. I think when you go up to intermediate or upper intermediate and even advanced, you will be able to, you will become familiar with the other meanings of 못 and an, not, how to say, provided in textbooks, in Korean textbooks. So yeah, for now, you can just learn how to distinguish an and 못 and how to use them with different tenses. And that will be enough for you to hold a conversation with Koreans and be able to use those negative particles correctly and properly. Hope you will find this video helpful. If you have any questions or suggestions or comments, you can always leave them below this video or to message me on my Instagram page. So thank you very much for watching and supporting me. Hope you will have a good day. 감사합니다. Bye bye.